Right now, it is summer recess for Congress. That's when lawmakers usually return to their home districts to spend some face-to-face time with their constituents. For Representative James Walkinshaw, it's a short trip across the river into Northern Virginia, but it was a long journey to become a congressman, and with one very personal inspiration along the way. Scott Thuman recently caught up with him on Capitol Hill.
Responsibility can weigh heavy on a House lawmaker. As one of only 435, being a true representative also means being a workhorse. Enter, or should I say re-enter, James Walkinshaw. You see, it's a job he was already very familiar with.
What's it like for you to go from a former chief of staff in this very office to now sit behind the desk?
95% of the time, I don't think about it because I'm going about my day accomplishing the things I need to accomplish or trying to. But 5% of the time, you sit down and say, wow.
One-time chief of staff for former longtime member Gerry Connolly, who passed away from cancer last May, Walkinshaw now represents Northern Virginia's 11th district and is driven by his mentor's mission.
I remind myself, he's somebody who served our community with every fiber of his being, his mind, body, and soul, literally till his last day. And I just remind myself that that's the standard that I have to meet.
And just had his first sponsored bill pass the House, the Illicit Fentanyl Trafficking Act, pushing the Homeland Security Department to better interact, communicate, and coordinate to fight the drug spread.
Our region last year, D.C. metropolitan region, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, we had 1,000 fentanyl overdose deaths. It's still the leading cause of drug overdose deaths, and we need the federal government, Department of Homeland Security, operating at the highest possible level.
There are hat tips to the former boss, like helping pass the Gerry Connolly Esophageal Cancer Awareness Act, promoting testing and early treatment, and naming a Fairfax post office after Connolly, who helped put the Postal Service on more sound financial footing. Easily passed, but not a lot is these days.
I know you said you're an optimist, but do you see actual reason to say, hey, folks at home, don't worry, enough people who are working behind the scenes are still getting things done for the American public? Because it doesn't always feel that way.
The bipartisanship that happens now in Congress is really only on those issues that are below the radar. So the big headline-grabbing issues that get a lot of attention on, cable news or social media, very hard to do bipartisan work there.
Really divided.
Very divided.
You've roamed these halls for many, many years.
And Walkinshaw knows finding unity in these hallways may be his greatest challenge in this current climate. His motivation, though, simple, he says. He believes the voters, not the vitriol, will ultimately win out if more members make them the focus.
At the end of the day here, we all still got to live together here in this country. We got to find a way to make it work despite our differences.
Despite being in his first term, he is determined to have a big impact. Sitting on the influential House Oversight Committee, he tells me he's also highly focused on issues that matter locally, from cybersecurity to making sure federal workers can do their jobs free from political interference. In the studio tonight, I'm Scott Thuman. Back to you.